In this section, let's discuss about Norton's theorem. Norton's theorem states that any linear active bilateral network with output terminals A and B can be replaced by a current source in parallel with an impedance or resistance. And this current source is termed as Norton's equivalent current source IN, and that impedance or resistance is termed as Norton's equivalent impedance or resistance, and it is denoted by Zn or Rn. Now let's see how to determine the value of Norton's equivalent current and Norton equivalent impedance. Let's consider a linear bilateral active network. Let's consider a linear active bilateral network with output terminals A and B. So based on Norton's theorem, this network, that is linear active bilateral network with output terminals A and B, can be replaced by a current source IN in parallel with an impedance Zn with the same output terminals. Now let's see how to find out IN, Norton's equivalent current. So in order to find out Norton equivalent current, so we need to short circuit these open circuited terminals. So in order to find out IN, we need to short circuit this open circuited terminal, and this short circuit current ISC is nothing but Norton equivalent current. Similarly, in order to find out Zn, what we need to do? In order to find out Norton equivalent impedance of a linear active bilateral network with output terminals A and B, we need to find out impedance seeing through these terminals A and B, keeping all independent sources to 0. We know independent voltage source can be made to 0 by short circuiting, and independent current source can be made to 0 by open circuiting its terminals. In this way, we can find out Norton equivalent current and Norton equivalent impedance. Now let's see how to apply Norton's theorem for solving a network with the help of simple DC network shown here. Here we need to find out the current flowing through the load resistance RL. In order to find out current through a particular branch, first step in Norton theorem is we need to remove the resistance or impedance from the circuit and mark the open circuit terminals as A and B. So first step in solution of this network using Norton's theorem is remove the branch impedance of interest and mark the open circuit terminals as A and B. Here the branch impedance of interest is the load resistance RL. We need to remove RL, so it become open circuited, then mark the open circuited terminals as A and B. The corresponding equivalent circuit is like this. So next step is find IN. In order to find out Norton equivalent current, we need to short circuit this terminal A and B and find the short circuit current ISC, and ISE is equal to IN, Norton equivalent current. So in order to find out ISC, first of all we need to find this main current I, and by means of current division rule we need to find out ISC, that is IN. So first of all, let's see what is the equivalent impedance. Here only resistance is available, so here we need to find out R equivalent. When we are considering this circuit, here R1 is in series with the parallel combination R2 and R3. Solving, we can obtain R1 plus R2 R3 divided by R2 plus R3. So this is your R equivalent. Then we need to find out I, that is main current supplied by this DC source. So I is equal to VDC by R equivalent. Now by means of current division rule, we can find out IN as main current into other branch impedance. Here we need to find out the current through R2. So other branch impedance is R3 divided by total branch impedance in parallel circuit, that is R2 plus R3. So this is your first equation. Then third step is we need to find out Zn, that is Norton equivalent impedance. How to find out Norton equivalent impedance? In order to find out Norton equivalent impedance, we need to see the impedance through these open circuit terminals A and B while making all independent sources to 0. Here only one independent source is there, that is voltage source. How to make voltage source to 0? By short circuiting. So corresponding equivalent circuit is like this. We need to short circuit VDC by its internal impedance, that is 0. This is A and B. What is the impedance seeing through these open circuit terminals? That gives Zn. Here R1, R2 and R3. So when we are considering this situation, Zn can be written as R2 in series with the parallel combination R1, R3. Solving, we can obtain R2 plus R1, R3 divided by R1 plus R3. Now we got Zn and In. So the fourth step is draw Norton equivalent circuit, that is any linear active bilateral network with output terminals A and B can be replaced by a current source in parallel with an impedance or resistance, and this current source is termed as Norton equivalent current source and Rn is Norton equivalent resistance. So the fifth step is to find the current flowing through the load resistance RL. So in order to find out IL, we need to reconnect the load resistance which we removed in first step, and we need to find out IL. How to find out IL? So this main current source is IN. So again by applying current division rule, we can find out IL. By applying current division rule, IL can be written as the main current, that is IN, into other branch impedance, that is Rn, divided by total resistance, that is Rn plus RL. So in this way, we can find out the solution of a given network using Norton's theorem.